Welcome into Paul Catalina's Top 5. The theme of the week, replacing coaches. We've already talked about UCF and West Virginia, and there will be an overlap in candidates. I tried not to do that, although a lot of these candidates for all three of the jobs I've talked about this week will overlap, or at least agents will float them out for all the jobs because that's how you get more money. But Mack Brown fired at North Carolina after he said he didn't intend to retire, and they fired him. So North Carolina, a sleeping giant of a football program, haven't won the ACC in a long time, over 40 years. That has not happened. This is a football program that could be really, really great if they pick the right guy. They just never really seemed to do that. Or when they did, Mack Brown the first time around, they were building, and then he went to Texas, and he was great there. He was not great. He did not get to achieve the greatness at North Carolina, and the sequel, not as good as the original team for this week. Number 5, Jon Sumrall. Going to be the top candidate for a lot of schools. North Carolina, he might be their top candidate. I don't know what Bubba Cunningham's going to do, but they're going to go after Jon Sumrall. If you heard me talk about him yesterday, when it came to UCF, he's intense. His defense is fantastic. He's going to be a big-time head coach, and he's going to win. He won at Troy. He's won at Tulane. He'll win at North Carolina if he gets that job. And North Carolina, with their potential, the ACC is as wide open as it's ever been. Clemson is not dominant. Florida State is building up out of 2 and 10. Those are the two teams you have to worry about the most. SMU is great, but this is the first year in the ACC. Everybody else is the same kind of 6 and 6 to 8 and 4, bleh, right? That's who the ACC is. If you want a job where you can win a conference title pretty fast and one, where the time basketball season starts, you can kind of fade off into the background and do what you need to do and then start winning and be successful without constantly people chirping at you. North Carolina, that's the job. Jon Sumrall would do great there. Number 4, Andy Kotelnicki. Going to get a head coaching job, and soon. He revitalized Penn State's offense that was moribund last year. They're in the Big Ten title game, not necessarily because they did, but even still, going to be a head coach soon. Got a cool offense and one that works in the ACC for sure. Number 3, Dan Mullen. Look, if he's going to get back into coaching, he's going to get back into a job that's at least on par with the one that let him go at Florida. He's great on TV. And given the fact that he needs to, that what I just talked about hiding and recruiting just a little bit, he needs to maybe, slink into the background once basketball starts and, just do his thing. Dan Mullen would be he's got a great offense. He's got a winning pedigree. He won 10 games at Florida, then they fired him, and now they don't know what they're going to do, even though Billy Napier has appeared to turn the ship in the right direction. But Dan Mullen in North Carolina makes a ton of sense to me. Number 2, Bob Chesney. Holy Cross to James Madison. Scored 70 points on North Carolina this year. And if you can't beat them, get them to join you. Bob Chesney won. I've heard a lot of North Carolina fans say, please, let's go hire that guy. Because he put up a ton of points on us. He's a really good coach. He was great at Holy Cross. Year 1 at James Madison, they didn't miss a beat from Curt Cignetti. So Bob Chesney at James Madison, someone they need to consider. And look, he's already got boxes. See, he's already got boxes. He's ready to move. And number 1, Jamey Chadwell. Let me say this again to you, North Carolina. Jamey bleeping Chadwell. He's done nothing but win in his whole career, and he's done all of that in the North Carolina and Virginia area. So go hire him. Liberty is beneath him. It's beneath him. This guy deserves a shot. He will win. He's got a really cool offense. He's got a great way of reaching the fans. And Liberty is just a waste for a coach of this caliber. I will not stand for Jamey Chadwell to be ignored by the Power 4 anymore. North Carolina, Bubba Cunningham, hire Jamey Chadwell and thank me later. That's all I've got. This is the top 5. Smokey, let's wrap it up.